Jay, how's it going? Hope you're well, mate. Thanks again for reaching out. More than happy to give you a bit of an audit of your website, show you a few things that we could do just to get more eyes on your site, more sales coming through the door, and turning more window shoppers into customers. So let me dive right into it. First of all, your site looks good from a design standpoint, nice branding, nice images, all that type of stuff. Unfortunately, it's just not been optimized for search that you may or may not know. So you need more content. That's the number one thing. It's got pretty much, it's got a couple of words on this front page in terms of details of what you do, the products and services that you offer. Google need at least 1,000 to 1,500 words, or at least that's what we see clients getting the best result with. In order for them to rank you, they need to know what you do. So you need to have keyword strategies built into your content so that Google know, what it is that you do, how to recognize you, and what to rank you for. So this is all a strategy that you have to build into the actual content, into the wording, the text, and also the images on your site, because you can actually optimize these images so that they have keywords built into them, so that, again, it's just giving you more juice, more power in order to rank for the term. So, all these things that you offer, your reusable bags, charcoal tea, tree soap, all this type of stuff, you just need more of it. You need more niche verticals, products, services, offers that you have, so that when people are searching all these random things on Google, you're showing up for them in the organic search, and you're not just being lost in the ether. Because right now, unfortunately, it doesn't look like you're getting any traffic coming into the site, and the reason I know that is because I can look on this tool that I'll show you now, Jay. It's called Ahrefs. Basically, these guys buy Google data every single month, so we can see from a back-end standpoint what you do with your website, from keywords, and also a backlinking standpoint, which is two of the key things that you need to do in order to rank with Google. So as you can see, it's pretty bare. You've not had any SEO done to the site. Backlinking, basically what backlinking is a link to your website from another domain on the internet. And the reason that's important is it because it gives Google more of an understanding that you are a legit website and that you are authoritative. So if you're having a link from a Harvard link from a Harvard University as opposed to some random blog post, obviously the Harvard link is going to overpower the blog post. So we don't just go out spamming every old comment on a news article that we can get our hands on. It really does have to be quite strategic in the way we go about that. And the great thing about this tool is we can spy on your competitors. So what I did just before was I did a random Google search for charcoal soap. I saw that you put that on your website, and yeah, this was the first one to come up here. So the Australian Natural Soap Company. So I put this into Ahrefs, just so you can see what you're up against, and just to see how we can sort of break down and copycat these guys. We might not outrank them in every single keyword phrase, but we can be strategic about it, because these guys are getting 3.1, they're getting over 3,000 variations of keywords that they're ranking for on Google. So let's look at it. So they're getting over 6,000 searches every single month for the term soap. Like, it's a very generic term, obviously. They're getting Australian Natural Soap Company, Handmade Soap Australia, all position one. So these guys have done they've done a great job in getting themselves to the top of page one. And the reason they've done that is because this is all coming from their sub pages. Look, soaps, about us, fresh handmade soap. They've got so much content built into their website with so much keyword strategy that it's a no-brainer. They're going to come up for every variation of these searches. Now, we can be strategic in what we do. We can go for the high volume searches with low keyword difficulties. And the reason we would do that is because it's basically going to be easier to rank for the lower difficulty words than the higher ones. So, and sometimes in which we do that is we find the more niche, perhaps different style of keyword variation, and there's a bit of work to that. We do sit down and speak to you about what it is that you really want to get across to your customer, but we also have other tools to say, right, okay, what is actually a common search that people have in Google? I've got loads of tools for that, Google Trends and all types of stuff. So yeah, there's a bit of work that goes into that from the front end, but you can see straight away, this is URL rating. This is how much trust this site has, and this is the power, so domain rating. And these guys have definitely done a bit in their website from a backlinking standpoint, and also their keyword strategies in their content. So let's look at where they're linking to on other domains. Aussie Mega Mall, 922.org, Australian Made, Vegan Polis. So these are all what looks like relevant domains on the internet that are very much in your industry, of a sort of natural product type industry. And these guys have somehow found strategies in order to get a link of their website onto these pages. Now, there's a whole heap of ways that you can do that without spamming the website. Sometimes it involves things like buying expired domains that have got a lot of power and a lot of status with Google. You can then rebuild these websites and build blogs on them, there's a whole heap of different strategies in which you can do it. But the great thing about this tool is we can just copy what your competitors do. We would probably analyze your top 5 or 10 competitors, compile a list of exactly what they're doing, copy it, and do more of it. And that's what you call outranking your competitors. So this tool is really handy for that. And the organic keywords, we've looked at that. The only other thing that I would say we need to look at as well, other than made from care, other than citation, other than backlinks and content keyword strategies, is called Google My Business. Now, you need to register your business with Google so that you're on the maps. Now, that's such an important thing. So Google can register you as an actual business so that you're not just showing up in this, but you're also showing up here as well. And the way in which we do that, first of all, we need to get you here, which is the organic search, so that the backlinking and content, but also to get here we need to list you on as many different business directories as possible, which are called citations. You're normally talking, you need to get on at least a couple of hundred to get into this top. We call this the map pack. But again, if you can get here, this is some solid real estate. Takes a bit of time, doesn't happen overnight, but if we can work with you to really optimize your Google My Business listing, then this is going to get you a lot more inquiries coming in as well. So 3 of the main things to summarize: content, backlinking, and citations really are the 3 fundamental pillars. There is more to it, obviously, but I want to keep this video short. More than happy to expand on it. If you've got any questions, Jay, I'll send this over in an email with you with some breakdown as to how we do it over a few month period in order to help your Google ranking and get more inquiries and more sales coming through the door. So hopefully you got some value from this, and I'll finish up there and I'll chat to you soon. Thanks, bud.